Welcome to the Profit Kingdom, profitkingdom.com. We're doing kind of a talk show style, vlogging, vlog, whatever you want to call it. We're going to talk about finance and all things money online. So if that interests you, definitely subscribe. And if you get good value out of this, hit the thumbs up button.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right, this is Devin. I'm Mark. We're going to talk about online courses to start. So what is an online course?
Basically, online courses is something you go online and you kind of walks you through the steps of various different topics. Anyways, from how to make the perfect lasagna to how to create your own recording studio.
Okay. So if someone has like knowledge of something, you're an expert in it. So I'm an expert in insurance. Maybe Devin's an expert in riding four-wheelers. And so you could make an online course of how to maintenance your four-wheeler to get the longest life out of it.
Yeah, but I mean, you really don't even need to be the expert. You just got to know enough. You got to know more than the next guy. I mean, really, to create your online course. I mean, you don't have to know everything. That's the beauty of making an online course is you got to know enough, and then once you're doing your online course, you kind of learn a little bit more. You kind of push your ideas out there, and you always got to keep it up to date with the newest ideas. So
yeah, that's a perfect example. So what he's saying, just to recap, is that you don't, when you know something. So once you've learned something, and I've watched millions of videos. I'm obviously obsessed with YouTube as much as everybody else is. But when you learn something, you forget what it feels like or what it is like to not know that.
Yeah.
Right? So
totally
like,
agree.
It's like in insurance, for example, it's hard to, he didn't know that coverage or he didn't know this was that. People don't know these things, and then they don't want to go online to buy stuff. They're not looking to buy the course, but they're looking for that outcome.
Yeah.
Right? They want to learn the process so that they can be at the same spot you're at, or get the results that you're getting if they can duplicate what you've done, so to speak.
Exactly. I mean, and the beauty part of making an online course is, it's not hard to get into. Like I said, you just kind of got to be like a subject matter. I don't even really want to say expert, honestly, but
Right.
you got to know enough what you're talking about and be able to teach something of value to somebody else. That's the key part, the value part.
Yep. Yeah. Adding value to someone, or some category, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I've seen tons of stories out there where someone took an exam that almost nobody takes. So it doesn't have to be this wide-eyed how to be an expert at playing on a controller, or how to build an engine. That's something that's like that's a college course. But you don't have to. I mean, there's so many things. I think the weirdest thing I've ever seen is people have fetishes for balloons. So then, I mean, you could make a course based on anything as long as there's a small market for it. Because the more niche that you get down to that course, I think the more profitable you're going to have, because you're going to be able to reach just a more specific type of person for that.
No, I totally agree on that. I mean, making sure you have a direct idea and everything, the more niche down, I guess what they call it, is, exactly what you're saying. You're going to be more profitable. You're going to be able to you're going to solve their problem, because, you know exactly what's going on in that little world. Your world, and so as long as you know what's going on, you can help solve that problem. And it's got to be like curing cancer. It's just got to be, somebody's just struggling through something and you're just trying to help them out.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and I think you said the biggest key was to add value.
Yeah.
If you're not adding value, you're just a scammer.
Yeah, really.
In my case.
Those damn pesky scammers, man. They get you every time.
There's a lot of them out there. There's some channels that are trying to expose them, which is awesome. I love it. I've kind of obsessively been watching those guys a little bit lately.
It's kind of funny how people get away with the stuff they do. It's like, man,
yeah,
oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're just fake. At the end, you get caught. It doesn't matter if it's today or in 20 years, right?
It's like fake news.
Yeah. So yeah, add value. Definitely make sure you've got something to add value, and then you're going to obviously price the course accordingly. And that's another video that we'll go into, is how to price the course to match kind of the niche that you're in. But also, the first thing that I think of is money. Like, okay, what can I do with the course? Because no one makes a course just for fun. Like, oh, I'm bored today. I think I'll make a course.
Well, maybe if you're a teacher.
Yeah.
That's what you enjoy to do. Yeah.
I've seen some teachers make some horrible courses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, okay, how much money can I make with a course? Am I going to be rich tomorrow? Does it take months? Does it take years? Time frame and money. So what have you found to be true online so far?
Honestly, what I've been kind of doing my research is I've been seeing, depends on your market size right now. Let's just say if you don't really have much of a market, you don't really have, I guess market maybe is not the best word. I guess I could use your audience, really. If you don't really have much of an audience, it might be a little bit longer to, kind of get your course up and going. I know I was doing the videos I was watching, there was a couple people that did pre-sales,
Okay.
kind of just to see if they kind of got the information out there just to see if there's actually people wanting to buy that or wanting to know that type of information, Depends on how well you pre-sale it, depends on how much money you can actually make off it. And then, some
Right.
people though that they had a big audience, they pushed it out to their audience that they knew they were already interested in it, so it really didn't take them too much time at all.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some. When you're on YouTube, obviously, you're looking up online courses and things like that, and so you're trying to find out, is this something for me? Can I invest into it? Do I have to invest? How quick will I grow? And you're seeing all these guys. Like, there's these guys out there that are making millions a month.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous, right? But that you got to keep in mind that type of person, and this is my philosophy with anything. If you're going to be the best horseback rider, do it for 15 years. You're gonna be really darn good, right?
Yeah.
And same thing with anything you do. If you're gonna sell CDs, no one buys CDs anymore.
No, God, no.
If you're gonna sell something, just do it for a certain amount of time. If you're gonna hawk tickets at a baseball game, right? You do it for 10 years. I guarantee you're gonna have a list of people that call you directly, like, "Hey, you got tickets to the Browns game today?" And be like, "Yeah, I do." That's just kind of like getting in there and just working through it and actually like just going through it. And that's kind of where we come in is we want to just kind of discuss this, and we'd love your comments below. Let us know things that you found, but also we're going to put a link to our website down here so that you can also see kind of what we've done, some things that we suggest, and then we're going to also go through and show you the different ways of building the course. Yeah, because there's three different ways to build one. So there's three different levels of like investment, so to speak.
Yeah.
And we're not going to get heavy into that today. That'll be in the next video, so we'll link that up here once that's uploaded.
Yeah.
But there's three major ways or price points that you can really get into. And what ways have you found so far?
Well, there's ways you can. I guess depends on how much automated you want or how much help you want. I mean, you could do it all on your own through WordPress and everything like that. Create your own website,
Yep, and I've done that before.
Your sales funnel and everything like that. You can do all that. And yeah, it's a cheaper way of going it, but at the same time, you're probably, your time investment. I guess, it's not always it's not always about the money. It's, your time. Your time is money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you could do all that and go that route, or you can go to like something like Kartra or Teachables or something like that, and we can put some links in the description below, to those websites,
Sure.
So people can find those sites. But
yeah, I think what we're going to ultimately start working towards is Kartra.
yeah, I think that's what we're gonna try to use in here for our first online course. And what other ways have you found?
I've done the WordPress, so I actually have an insurance website that I run, and it pulls in leads. And ultimately, the goal is to obviously sell the leads to somebody that can use them. So connect the people with the right. That's the value add that I'm doing. But it's pulling in. I mean, just on the channel alone, for getting the information out there is $200 to $300 a month.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, the leads, let's just say they're $5 or $10 a piece. When you're getting about 50 of them and growing every month, it all adds up. And then that's one of those things where 3 to 5 years from now, when you're pulling in 1,000 leads and you're selling them for $10 a piece, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? That's a full-time income.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of this type of stuff, it doesn't happen just like that overnight. It takes time to build up.
It does. Yeah, and sure, you could go into, and maybe we'll make a video on it, just not really a passion that I have to teach, but you could go into Facebook groups and post links everywhere and get kicked out of the group and then go into another one and post a link, or just kind of pretend to add value. Even though there is a lot of the times value there, but you're doing it for the wrong reason.
Well, most people are just going to see it as a scammer and not pay attention anyways. I mean, you're just going to get ignored. I mean,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, those damn pesky scammers, man.
Yeah, I know.
They're everywhere.
I mean, they've got like just some weird tricks out there. But yeah, and if that's where you're at and that's where you need to start, then I don't want to put you down for at least trying, right?
No.
But there's the free way, which is what I've done, which is kind of free. They say free, but it's not. I mean, I'm really spending about $30 to $50 a month trying to grow that, but it's 30 times longer to build. And I've got some experience with some web design, so I've got a little bit of an edge on that situation. But it's like 30 times more time invested than if I were to just go to Kartra and download it right now.
Well, the thing nice about using something like Kartra or something like that is not only, okay, for a beginner-wise who don't know how to use WordPress, who don't know how to use, you know, whatever that theme thing is. I can't think of what
Thrive themes.
Thrive themes.
Yeah, that's what I use, yeah.
So, you know, people who don't know how to use that, so now they don't, not only do they got to set that up, now they got to do research on how to set that up and how to work with it and how to use those as tools.
Yep.
When if you use something like Kartra or some, you know, one of those type of sites, not only do you, they have that all that kind of built in, so you kind of, it's like more of like a step-by-step, it's kind of walking you through it, you know, it's kind of like a guide, you know, for somebody who's a beginner. Yeah, you might not understand, okay, what's a sales page or what's a sales funnel or whatever, but you're not going to have to get out there and create the wheel. It's already built.
Right. It's ready. You just got to make the content, plug it in. So yeah, but there's a more cost investment, obviously.
Yes.
So then that's going to cost you more income or more upfront money to do that. And then if you have nobody to sell it to, then now you're just like, oh, I got the best course in the world, but nobody's watching, right?
Yeah.
No one's buying it because they gotta see that value. So yeah, that's where it kind of comes in. It takes time. You got to build a little bit of trust with some people. What we should do and what we're going to do is we'll put it just in the link below, but we're going to create a couple courses. So we want to show you the way that I've done it. So if you're trying to do it cheaper and you have time and you want to invest that, I'll make it as quick as possible.
Yeah.
So that you can we'll show you how to do it fast.
Yeah.
So you're literally going to I think you would cut your time in half or more by just following these steps if you're going to try to save the most money.
Yeah.
You know, once it's running, if that's where you're done and you're just going to market it after that, if you're going after one thing, then awesome. Build it, set it up, let it run, and then just start feeding that funnel with leads.
Yeah.
You know, and then your whole job after that is just to kind of tweak it and make sure that you're getting the right type of person in that funnel.
Yeah, and make sure you're getting like some email leads coming in, you know, capturing their emails so you can at least, you know, advertise them through emails or, you know, I mean, because the bad things about online courses is you can make some money, you can get it all set up, but also at the same time, there is a little bit of time investment, even once you got it up and running. I mean, you still got to keep it updated. You still got to, you know, deal with, especially if you're doing it on your own, you know, you got to deal with refunds and, you know, customer service type stuff, you know, information coming in. So, I mean,
people with low internet connections may not be able to watch the video at the full speed. Or, you know, stuff that's less of a problem today just because the technology is running so much better. And that's kind of where we're leaning towards the Kartras because they do have a service department that handles those issues. So they have like that tech and all that's going to take that off your shoulders.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you guys are interested in learning more about courses, definitely subscribe. We will go ahead and link everything that we talked about below.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.